I'm Wari, aka Kayakura, and welcome to the Wise Arts Cultivation in the Misty Realm. Now, today I'm going to be talking about embracing your demons. So, I just watched this anime rewatched, called Soul Eater. And basically, Soul Eater is about, it's like a Halloween town, right? You feel me? Got witches and wizards and stuff. And it's like uh, two new magical races that the author created: Meisters and weapons. So weapons are people that have the magical ability to transform into weapons, and then the Meisters are the people that can wield the weapons, and they have the ability to like read souls and stuff like that, perceiving like spiritual stuff. They have like extra sight. So there's this character named Soul, and he gets infected by this thing called black blood, and black blood is basically like the personification of madness itself. And it basically, I'm drinking milk tea with honey, but the black blood basically amplifies your madness and exposes you to your demons. So a lot of the show, like a big arc, is him trying to embrace his demon, because like for him to accept the madness, it means giving away his will. That's what he thinks. But then at the end of the show, he comes to the conclusion that he should stop running from the demon and try to shut the demon out and just embrace it. And in the show, it's called Soul Eater because the weapons have the abilities to eat souls. So like they they basically kill demons or Kishins in the show. Kishin means demon god in Japanese. It's because it's like people that eat other people's souls, but they eat innocent people's souls. So the soul eaters go and eat the Kishin souls. So basically, they're trying to like stop like all this madness, because the Kishin also represents madness. So they're trying to like maintain peace in the worlds, but basically like in his own mind is where the black blood kind of takes shape into his demon form, right? And then his demon is always tempting him, trying to be like, just give into the madness, just give away your sanity, it's okay because I'll take over. But he's like, no, and he shuts the demon out and constantly runs away from the demon, and he always just runs away, right? And so then at the end of the series, in the final fight, he gets to the point where he's just like, I'm not going to run from you anymore. Now I can embrace you and eat you and basically take you as a part of me. And now I understand that it's basically empathy for yourself, or for himself. Like, yeah, he basically had empathy for himself because he understood that the demon was part of him. And he basically, like, he told himself that it was okay. It was okay to feel the way he felt about the madness, and embraced it in a way. And I feel like that's what a lot of people need to do in life, because I literally just learned that lesson almost through watching that anime. Like a quote from one of my songs: um, "If I run right into what I wanted to evade in the first place. Wild world we live in." So basically, if you run from things that are in your way, then you run right into what you wanted to evade. Like if you spend all your time running from some shit and being in fear, you're still carrying that fear vibration. So you're gonna run right into the shit that you wanted to evade, because you're going to spike up another situation for you to be fearful of. And it's just gonna be worse than if you just embraced it in the first place. Just understand that if that was a bad situation, right? That was just a lesson that you had to take. You feel me? Just one of those blurred teachings, you feel me? Uh that's all I really wanted to talk about. Hold on, let me read my notes. Oh yeah. So like a lot of the times shit might not look demonic, but it is, or like it might not look bad, or cuz I mean the way y'all be saying demonic, like 99% of the world be saying demonic, is like got horns and fucking devil ears and shit or whatever. But like demonic, all demonic means is you're living in the reversed order that angels live in, and angels ascend, so demons descend, basically. So, in order to even get on this earth in the first place, you had to be demonic in a certain way, because this earth is a low ass dimension compared to the other, dimensions, 9 dimensions, you feel me? Whatever you believe in. Most people, most religions and most theologies like state that this world is low. So basically all of us are demons to even be here, and we're trying to be angels by uncovering the secrets of ourselves. And that's how basically embracing your demons is, because your demons are brought about from low, like demonic as fucking feelings, like fear and shit, like being depressed, fear. A lot of that shit is demonic, and I struggle with that shit myself. I'm not even going to cap, like, cause I used to be very depressed. You know what I mean? And it came to a point where like I wasn't depressed anymore, but I still found I always was kind of like, since I'm a Scorpio ascendant, you feel me? Like, that Pluto side, the deep side. Deep is kind of like deep, kind of you could go off the deep end and become demonic from being deep. That's the issue about being deep. You feel me? So it's like, I was always kind of like, you feel me? I don't know, but it's like when I was depressed. Well, I always kind of liked being sad. Not necessarily that I was depressed my whole life, but I always kind of felt embraced by the sadness because it was deep. You know what I mean? Like, sadness is a very deep emotion. So I always crave deep emotions, and one way you could get there is by being sad. And it came to a point where I was talking to somebody, and he basically told me that might be a reason why I always have situations that make me sad, and that made me realize that I gotta go about things differently, and I can't just rely on sadness for my crave of deep emotions. You feel me? So it's just one way you can be demonic. You know what I mean? Like, cause this earth is reversed to the rest of the realms. So a lot of things that look good on the earth is really reversed, and it's bad. For example, right? Like, I started to understand this like recently, right? Like, people think all this technology and the internet shit is good. Technically, on this earth is good, but then it takes you away from your spiritual natures. So it can lead you to getting lost in the physical more. So it's like a good or bad for everything, really, because with more technology, you can live longer. Things are just easier to do. But then back when we was like living at tribal times and shit, and even people that still live tribal, they don't even need that because they have it in the spirit. So it's like a good or bad to everything, because it's like the more you go in the spirit, the less physical, but then the more physical, like the harder it is to attach to the spirit. And that's like a huge thing that you have to balance, you feel me? So you don't become demonic. Because you got to live out this life one way or another. You're not getting out of here by just dodging all your responsibilities and shit, dodging all your things that keep you trapped down to this world. You got to embrace it. You feel me? If you dodge all that shit, it's gonna come a point where if you run right into what you wanted to evade. That's just running from shit. So you're gonna have to embrace it at one point in time. You feel me? So just embrace it now, and that's what I'm learning in my meditation recently. Because whenever I get thoughts I don't like or something like that, you know what I mean, I just learned how to embrace it and not think so negatively of it, and not run from it and try to create something different. No, just embrace it right then and there. And you never know what can come from that. You feel me? If you judge it, you never know what can come from that. You might get an epiphany from embracing your demons instead of running from them. You might learn something. You're gonna learn something. You feel me? But that's really all I wanted to talk about today. You feel me? Until next time, let the owls scatter.